Hello folks, it's your boy Reverend Saint Hope, and I'm here with another reaction video. This one really and truly may be an older video because you know, I just received it, and so I feel like I wanted to post to it and get your opinion on this video. And my points that I'm gonna make are simply that, my points, my opinion, and so I just wanted to share a little bit with you. So take a look at this video and tell me what you think. Yeah.
Okay, is this your cell phone number which you're calling me right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just hold for a moment.
Sure.
Yes, hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So do you know this call is regarding for what reason?
No, I was kind of confused. I know you said you're with the IRS.
Yes.
Okay, so I just did my taxes and everything was okay. What did I do wrong?
I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay.
So now for the verification detail, once again, can you help me with your first and your last name?
Harold, Harold, and the last name is Wheatley, at Wheatley.
W-H-E?
Yes, A-T-L-E-Y.
Wheatley.
Wheatley, yes, sir.
Harold. Your first name is Harold, H-A-R-L-D?
O-L-D, yes, sir.
H-A?
H-A-R-O-L-D.
Can you verify your mailing address with me?
Yes, it's 140 School Street, apartment 3.
What is the zip code?
24651.
Okay, just give me a moment. Let me just pull out your case file.
Okay. There's no case file. That's not my name.
Thank you for holding the line, Mr. Whitley.
Yes, sir.
First of all, let me inform you that you are speaking to an officer, Eric Boston, with the Crime and Investigating Department of the IRS.
Yes, sir.
And this is regarding your federal taxes.
Okay.
So now let me explain it to you. We called you to ascertain your attorney's information. There are some legal allegations and a lawsuit has been filed against your name by the IRS. So are you aware about this?
No, sir. This is the first I've heard of it.
Okay, so should I go ahead and read out the legal charges against your name?
Yes, please.
Okay, so now listen to me very carefully and do not interrupt me while I'm reading out the affidavit. Once I'm done, I'll give you a fair chance to speak, okay?
Yes, sir.
So now, as per the documents, when we conducted an audit on your tax file for the year 2012 till the year 2016, and we found out there is a miscalculation error, and the tax that you filed does not match the tax record that we have. So, according to the section 101, that amount is still outstanding on your name that you have not paid. For that reason, the local authorities with an arrest warrant will be coming at your place. Your driving license will be cancelled and everything under your name, your property, your bank account, all your assets, it's going to be seized. You may also face a federal imprisonment up to 5 years. And now, the total outstanding balance which you owe to the Internal Revenue Services is $7,986.70, which includes your pending taxes, your legal charges, and the late fees. And now, I just wanted to inform you that this line is getting federally monitored and recorded by the IRS headquarters as well as the Attorney General office. So now please be honest in this recording line and tell me that did you do this mistake intentionally or it was an honest mistake by your side?
I'm going to assume it was just an honest mistake. I didn't know that I had done anything wrong. I mean, I apologize.
Okay. So, Mr. Whitley, I think we cannot do anything in this case because an arrest warrant is already been issued under your name and we are already moving forward with the lawsuit amount. So now, before going ahead and signing up your arrest warrant, do you have any questions?
Is there anything that I can do to stop from being arrested?
First of all, Mr. Whitley, you tell me what is your intentions. Are you willing to resolve this matter before we take legal actions against you?
Yeah, I mean, whatever I can do, I'll be more than happy to do whatever I can do to get this taken care of.
Okay. So if we give you a fair chance to resolve this matter, are you willing to do so?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, Mr. Whitley, let me inform you that there are two options to resolve this matter. As the IRS is giving you a fair chance to resolve this matter, there are two options. The first option is you have to hire a criminal attorney and fight this case into the courthouse against the Internal Revenue Services. And if you lose this case, the court will sue you up to $75,000 to $85,000 as a penalty charge, and you may also face a federal imprisonment up to 5 years for that. And the second option is the out-of-court settlement by paying your balance outstanding amount to the local IRS headquarters office. Once you do the payment, we are going to cancel the arrest warrant of yours. So now, Mr. Whitley, you tell me what is your intentions are and how you would like to take care of this legal matter. Inside the courthouse by fighting against the Internal Revenue Services, or outside the courthouse by doing an outside court settlement and paying the balance amount to the local IRS headquarters office to cancel the arrest warrant of yours.
I mean, I'll pay it.
Okay. So you want to do an outside court settlement by paying the balance amount to the local IRS headquarters office to cancel the arrest warrant of yours, right?
Yes, sir. Where is that?
I'm going to guide you with that. So, Mr. Whitley, let me inform you that to do an outside court settlement, you'll be going to the IRS headquarters office and you'll be doing the payment itself by your own over there. Once you do the payment, we are going to cancel the arrest warrant of yours and release all your paperwork. And I'm going to fix an appointment with an officer and accountant who will be meeting you at the IRS headquarters office, and they'll be explaining you each and everything regarding your tax file. What was the mistake was done and how was the mistake was done, so that you don't repeat the mistake in future again. Okay?
Okay.
And let me tell you one more thing, that once you do the payment, once the arrest warrant gets cancelled, we are going to do reinvestigation on your tax file. And if we find the mistake was not from your end, and if the mistake was from our end, then you will be getting refund the money, whatever you'll be paying today, you'll be getting refund within 48 hours by cash or check. Okay? And if the mistake is from your end, then you're paying your own bad tax payment to cancel the arrest warrant of yours and resolve your matter. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
So now, Mr. Whitley, as you're saying, you want to do outside court settlement. So do you have the balance amount which you owe to the Internal Revenue Services right now available, or you need to go to the bank to withdraw it?
I would need to go to the bank to withdraw it.
And how far is your bank, Mr. Whitley?
Probably about 4 or 5 miles.
Like, probably how much time you will take to reach towards your bank?
5 minutes, 6 minutes.
Okay. And where are you right now? Are you at your work or you're at your home right now?
I'm at my work.
You're at your work. So, Mr. Whitley, what you have to do is right now, let me inform you that there are few steps and few protocols which you have to follow by the law if you're willing to resolve this matter and if you want to cancel the arrest warrant of yours, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the first protocol is you cannot disconnect this line. If this line gets disconnected, it will be taken as a flat refusal from you that you're trying to run away from the situation, and the arrest warrant which is there on your name, that will be getting released, and within next 40 to 45 minutes you will be taken into the custody. Am I clear with the first call?
Yes, sir. And what was your name again? I'm sorry, I forgot. I apologize.
You can note down my name and my badge ID number. My name is Officer Eric Boston.
Okay.
And my badge ID number, it's IRM 439416.
Hey, Mr. Boston?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Major Harold Heatley. I'm the Chief Deputy with the Tazewell County Sheriff's Office, and you've been recorded the entire time on your scam, and we actually have people en route to where you're sitting at right now because we've been tracing your phone number, and we want to let you know that we're going to be obtaining charges on you for all the scams that you've been placing against all of our people.
Hello, come and get me, chalo.
Have a good day, my friend. Have a good day, my friend, you scammer.
No. Hey.
Hey.
Your bank account, how much you have? I just scammed you. Check your bank account. Keep on talking to me. Check your bank account.
I did, because I'm calling you from the sheriff's office.
You are talking to me from the sheriff department, but just do one thing. Call your bank from other line and see how much money you have in your account.
I have plenty because I've not given you anything.
No. You don't. You had plenty. You had. Let me make you understand something in grammar. You know what is grammar? Past tense, present tense, and future. Now, past tense, you had plenty of money. Present, you don't have anything. Future, you're going to be on road. And you're going to be a beggar. And this is the reality, my friend. Check your account. Go ahead. Have a good day. God bless you. Check your account. Call up your bank.
I have no worries. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what they're doing all over the United States. They're sucking people in, and they're scamming people left and right. We have to stop. We cannot allow these people to continue. If you get these phone calls, don't call them back. Don't accept their phone calls. The IRS is not going to send somebody to arrest you. They're not going to call you. You're going to receive a letter. You're going to have places to go. You're going to have real folks to see. Please don't fall victim to this scam. Thank you, and have a great day.
So, as you can see, that video had to deal with the whole issue of scamming. And, the gentleman who was shooting the video identified himself as a police sheriff. And he played along with the scammer for a little while until he finally revealed himself. The first thing I wanted to point out is that it is a wicked thing that these people are doing, seeking to fleece, unknowing individuals of their hard-earned money. And, some people will say people are gullible, but, scammers come with many different schemes. And so a person might very well get caught up, in a scheme thinking that it's real. One of the few precautions that I take is that I answer numbers that are private, that are one. And two, if it's an out-of-state number, I usually allow it to ring maybe once or twice without answering it, so that maybe the persons who call, if it's a legit call, they will call back or leave a voice message. If a voice message is left, usually I check the voice note and then I answer the phone. Now, I'm not saying that you won't receive a call like this, but you have to be aware. Then you have to also be aware of some of the federal legal, rules for companies such as IRS or any company that deals with money. They usually have some type of rule that they go by. And so it's not so easy for somebody to just get up and say, you know what, I'm gonna rob a person. You have to check what is your regulations and usual, things going on in your neck of the woods. Everybody state is different, and you have some legalities where you have to check. The next point, which is maybe a little bit biased, is that we when we hear about scammers, sometimes we immediately think Jamaicans. because we have been so much in the headlines. You know, Jamaican nationals have been in the headline doing this scamming thing, and it was a little bit, I'm not gonna say good or refreshing. It wasn't not I wouldn't use those terms, but I was happy to see that it wasn't another Jamaican scamming video. You understand? This person clearly was from another country. The accent alone gave it away. I'm not saying Jamaicans can't do a good accent, but it sounds like it's another country. And so what we realized by this video, and what I realized by this video, is that scammers are from everywhere. If a person get up and decide him gonna be devious, it no matter where him come from. Him could have come from Timbuktu, him could have come from Adam's Apple, him gonna be devious. So we can't just label one set of people and say them are the scammers. You understand? Now I'm not saying, listen carefully, I'm not saying Jamaicans aren't involved in it in a tremendous way, but I'm also saying it's not only Jamaicans. So don't think, say, boy, if a person, you answer the phone and it's a person with a different accent, it might not be a scam. You get what I'm saying? Just be careful. And the final thing I wanted to say was this reaction video again is just my take on different issues that I receive. A person send me a video and I post it. That's all. I'm not going to search for videos. I'm not looking for videos that are too ghastly or anything too negative. I honestly don't want that on my channel. And so, whenever you see I post a video, it's just my take on it, and it's just what I prefer posting. I appreciate the reactions, I appreciate the comments and the responses, and I've always said keep it clean. As I try to respect people, I will not try to answer somebody negatively, and I'm hoping that other persons, do the same in their reaction. I've been called many things. I've been called many negative things. People come on the channel and they give it to me, and I accept that. I put myself out there, so I will take it. But I just want guys to know that, again, my content that I post is what bounces off me and my spirit, is what I feel in my spirit. Aside from the food cooking, is just what I feel in my spirit. You are entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine. And if I take constructive criticisms, if I don't take your criticism, it not mean the end of the world. It not mean me hate you or you should hate me. It just means that I am going in a different direction. So take a look at this video, and remember, like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate each comment, and the positive ones, I appreciate it. And continue to watch Yardie Belly TV, and peace and love. Remember, be careful out there. There are many people out there doing dirty deeds and devious things, and you may very well easily fall a victim if you're not, keeping your head straight and be careful in everything that you do. Once again, peace out, and like and share and subscribe.